journalist Carsten Loeb from NTV. He joins us by the phone from Cologne. Carsten, can you tell us exactly what caused this massive chaos at what was supposed to be a very fun and festive music festival?
Yeah, it was a festival taking place in Duisburg this year, and over the day, 1.4 million people turned up to join the festival, and there was a couple of 100,000 at the festival site, and there was one tunnel leading to the festival site, and what happened was that 1,000 people tried to enter the festival site, and some thousands tried to leave the festival site. They all got met in the tunnel. The tunnel got overcrowded. People were pressed against the wall, and we just talked to people who said, I just saw two women dying close to me. It was a scene of chaos. It was terrific. They have 10 people at least. They have been reanimated. As far as we know, there are 15 people dead and hundreds of people injured. And if you just say something about the age, this is not a family affair festival. This is a festival for the youngs, for the kids. So if you join this kind of festival, this love parade, you're normally in the age between 17, 18, up to 25.
So, Carsten, the reason people were trying to get into this tunnel, was it because they didn't have tickets, or were most of them ticket goers?
No, there are no tickets sold for this festival. You just go there. There is a parade with music cars through the city to the festival site. And what happened was the festival site was overcrowded, so they opened up another stage near the site. And people trying to get there, they just met, like I said, with the other people trying to join the main festival site in the tunnel, and that caused the catastrophe because the tunnel was absolutely overcrowded, and there were still thousands and thousands of people pressing into the tunnel from both sides. So that led to that people died, were literally squeezed to death into the tunnel, and the festival still going on because they fear if they stop the music suddenly and stop the festival, another mass panic would break out. And if you just have a look at the situation in the city, all the stations, the railway stations are overcrowded. The big motorways are just a cordon off for the traffic because to have room, to have space for the people to move, it's just very hard to handle when 1.4 million people go to a festival. And because there are no tickets sold, you can't predict exactly how many people will come, how many people would join that festival. Well, they thought maybe 700 or 800,000 people would turn out, but in the end, over the day, like I said, 1.4 million people in the town of Duisburg and hundreds of thousands at the festival site.
It just sounds absolutely horrific. Do you know how quickly emergency crews got on the scene? We were hearing some reports there was no cell reception, so people couldn't call out. Are you hearing anything like that?
Well, there are some reports from people being trapped in the tunnel that they were just experiencing that was leading to a catastrophe. They said they called police an hour before the accident happened and nothing happened. I don't know if this is right, but this is the first eyewitness reports we heard. Well, there were, I think, 1,900 policemen were on duty just to organize it. There were rescue cars and all that stuff. They were there, but it was very hard to get into the point, and we just have to find out, we just have to make clear, is it right that police was informed an hour before the catastrophe or not? And this is something, well, we might find out in the coming days, but it's too early to say now exactly what happened. When did police knew about the situation? But we can say we have 15 people dead and hundreds of people being injured, while it's still a catastrophic, a terrible scene going on there.
Terrible scene indeed. Thank you so much. NTV's Carsten Loeb, he's a reporter with NTV, giving us an update on that tragic situation in Duisburg, near Düsseldorf, where there was this music festival and people crushed into this tunnel trying to get into this event, and at least 15 people were killed.